Hello guys, good evening. Welcome to Using Crayon. Here I'm with another wonderful text effect tutorial. Now in this text effect we'll be learning how this banana text effect was achieved. Now when you look above it, it has a pop-up. All these things we'll learn it here in this tutorial. Now funny enough, this is just a 4 layers text effect. And you know, if you are new to this channel, you know what to do. Hit the subscription button and touch the bell notification button so that you get notified. You'll be the first to get notified whenever we upload an awesome video like this, because we'll be uploading tutorials every Monday evening without missing. Now hit the subscription button and touch the bell notification. Let's design. Alright guys, back here in Pixellab, let's make some design. Now we are going to remove totally everything here, so we'll start afresh and know how this was orderly arranged and made. I'll be going over to these project layers, and I'll be taking a new layer. Okay, let's go for the white one. Down. Now we'll be selecting a new size, so we just have to swipe and go over to this page. I will choose a new image size for this design. Now the image size for this design is YouTube channel banner. I will select it because that was the one that was used for this tutorial. Now the first thing we have to do is to place our colors. So we'll go over to our colors. It was a gradient color that flows from up to down. Now we have some gradient colors on our Pixellab already, like this one. It flows from up to down. Is an already the default gradient. So let's manipulate it and change it. Now this color flows from up to down. The dark ones are down and the light ones are down. So you just have to touch this button that has two arrows facing left and right, and it swaps. So when it has swaps, let's tap on the dark one to fix the dark color first, which is the one down. So we just have to use our pencil tool on our color, and we'll tap here and we'll change the color. I will type in the color code. Now the color code for the dark part of the background color is we have 234 F00. Now when you're typing in color code, the alphabets are always in capital letters. The alphabets are always in capital. I think I just deleted this. Let me go back. Alright, we have it here. 234 F00. Now that's the down part of the color. Let's go back to the one on top. The one on top, we use our print tool, and we tap on our pencil tool and we type in the color code. Now the color code for the part that is on top is 438 B00. Here it is, 48 B00, and here we go. So we have this color, and this is our background color. And we tap OK, and we have it here. Now the first thing we like to do is to get our text. So we just have to select this, and this is okay. Now when we select our text, we know where to go. We go to the alphabet interface. We tap on the plus button, and it brings us a new alphabet which always has new text. Now we'll tap on the new text. We'll tap on the new text to bring us a place for typing. So we have our text is banana, and here we go, banana. We just have to enlarge this until it's big enough for what we need. So we have to go change the font. First thing we have to go do is change the font. The font that we used on this was let me go to this. When you scroll up on that alphabet interface, you'll find a place for fonts. The font that we used here was a font I have on my Pixellab. I downloaded the font. The font is called Caramel and Vanilla. So we have it, and we have it on our Pixellab, and here it is. So now you know, when you look at this text, the H, this place has a cut off. It has a cut off. So what to do is very simple. Just double tap on it and give it a space. I give it a space by the left, and you can also give it a space by the right, just to balance the text. So you see, as a cutoff, you keep giving it a space. Now you see that the space has been, the cutoff has been organized. So we just have to use our relative position to relative it to the center. I think this size is okay, or we still have to enlarge it till we have what we need. Alright, this size is okay. Now the first thing we have to do is to place our colors on this text. So on that same alphabet interface, we have color, and we tap on our color. Now I already have the colors here already, so what I just have to do is go back to find a default color that flows from up to down. and I tap on it and I change the colors. Just like I told you, the dark part is down and the light part is up. So we just have to use this arrow that faces left and right to swap. And then this is what we have. So I tap on the color tool and tap on the pencil tool to type in the colors. For the down part, the color there is we have C7, I think A900. I'm typing in this color code for those of us that are not good at finding the colors, so we can easily use color codes to find the main colors when we are designing when we're making our own text effect. Now let's type in the one that is on top. So, I made a mistake. Now, assuming you mistakenly tapped on this color, what you just have to do is tap on the plus button. It will bring back the color to you, and let's put in the color again. Now, the color for the part on top, we've placed the part down. Let's place the part on top. The part on top, the color there is the up part is F. Now, remember, our capital letters for color code, we have FF GC 14, and here we go. Boom. Boom. Now you notice that the down part is darker than the up part, and the up part is light, and this is the color that we use on the banana. Now this is the first part. So what we have to do is very simple. We select it and it is. Now for this text effect, we have to space it. We have to go and space it, because you notice that all the texts are combined, they are piled up together. So there is a place called spacing. After your alignment tool, we have spacing. So we tap on the space tool. I will space it by 3. Now it has spaced. The space is by 3. We go back to our relative position to relate it back to the center, because if it's on the center, it will be more easier for us to place other text. So what we have to do is go add some 3D effects on this. Let's go add some 3D effects on this. So on that same alphabet interface, we're on our 3D tool, and the first thing we have to off is our simulate lightning, because the simulate lightning, when you notice the simulate lightning is on, it looks like as if there is a shred off on this. But when it's off, it will come back to normal. Now what we use there is perspective, and our depth is going to be 22. We use the depth of 22 on this. We'll leave the depth color on auto. When it's on auto, it uses the color of the text effect. Instead of adding new color to it, it uses the color of the text effect. Now for the darkening, we'll darken it to 71. Yes, 71 is okay. And we'll use the X rotation, and we'll rotate it to 15 degrees. I think 15 degrees should be okay. Let's leave it 16. Let's take it back to let's leave it at 15. 15 is okay, or 16 is okay as well. And that is all we have for this 3D. Now we'll be adding some strokes to this. When you look at it, when you look at the one I removed, you notice that it has strokes on it. We'll add some strokes to this. The strokes of let's go to stroke. We'll add a stroke of 30. A stroke of 30 will be nice. Let's make it 31. I think 31 is okay. Now the color we'll be using for this stroke is that same color we used on this text. The same color we used on this text. Let me call the color again. The down part is C7A900. That's the down part, and the up part is FFGC14. That's the color code for the stroke. Exactly the same color that we used on the text. And we'll have something nice. Now what we'll be adding next here is a shadow. Because the shadow will make it look realistic. That is why when you add shadow to your design, it looks very realistic. Now we'll go to the shadow, and the shadow color we'll be using here is black. Although black is the shadow color, black is the default shadow color. So the shadow color we'll be using here is black. You have black on your color scheme. Is already made color in Pixellab, so you don't have to start making new black. Although the color code for black is 000000. That's the color code for black. But the funny thing there, we'll be reducing the black to the opacity of the black to 83%. I think yes, 83% is okay. And the blur radius will be taking it to 26. 26 is nice, but we won't touch the X offset. We only touch the Y offset, and we'll take the Y offset to 24. We change the Y offset to 24 or 25. 25 is also okay, and here we go. We have something nice. What do you think? Now, what we have to do is we'll lock this. We'll go to our layers and we'll lock this. And when we lock it, we'll copy it. After locking it, we just have to relative it to the center and we'll copy it. Let's use our copy tool and copy it. And also relative this one, we'll copy it to the center. So that designing it, so that placing it will be a problem for us. Now, the first thing we have to do on this copy text is we'll remove the 3D. We'll go to the 3D and we'll off the 3D. We'll off the 3D. It doesn't have any 3D. Now we'll go to the stroke. We'll go to the stroke. But before we go to the stroke, let's change the color because the color on this one is different. The color on... Alright guys, for the color of this new text, we tap on the color interface. We go select a new color that flows from up to down. Already have the colors here, but let's make a new one. So we select a color that flows from up to down and we'll change it. So I told you that the dark part is always down. For this tutorial, all the dark parts are down and the light ones are up. So we tap on the dark part and we tap on the paint symbol. I will tap on the pencil look-alike tool. I will type in our color code. So type in our color code. Now for the down part, we have 325. I told you that when typing alphabets in color code is capital letter 325A00, and this is what we have, and this is good. I will take it in. And we'll go over to the light part. Let's type in the color code for the light part. Color code for the light part is let's use the pencil look-alike tool to type in. You just have to clear the one that is already there. I will type it in. Color code for the light part, which is the one on top, is 56871C. Now always remember that when typing color codes, alphabets are capital letters throughout. And here is our color code, and here it is. And this is okay. Now we'll place it on this. We'll place it on the text. Now the reason why it looks like this is we've not touched the stroke. Now let's go back to the stroke. Now on the stroke, we'll be changing the stroke because the stroke will not be the same size with the other text. Now the stroke of this one will be reduced to 17. It will be reduced to 17, and 17 is okay. It will be reduced to 17, and the color of the stroke is this color that we just made now. I told you that the color that we just made now is this color that we just made. And let me call the color again. The color here is for the down part. The down part is 325A00, and the up part is 56871C. And that is the color code for the stroke. So we just have to relative it to the center for it to balance well. And this is what we have. This is okay. Now we'll be touching the shadow. We'll be touching the shadow so that the shadow will make it look nice and more better. Now for the shadow, we'll be changing the shadow color. The shadow color here is going to be, let's use our pencil tool to type in the color code. The shadow color code is going to be 1C. Remember capital letters for color code. 1C3400. 1C3400. I think this is okay. And here is our color. Here is the color. Although you can use this color wheel by your left to maneuver and get this color. But let's just leave it like this. Here is our color, and this is what we have. Okay. So this is our shadow color. So what we have to do is reduce the blur radius to just 1. The blur radius will reduce it to 1, and the X will change the X to +1, and the Y, which was 24 on the other, with 25 on the other one, will reduce it to 3. 3 is okay. Now you look, it has given it a new shape. Are you seeing it now? It has given it a new shape. I think this is okay. We still relative it to the center before we lock it. Relative it to the center, and that is it. Now let's copy this text. But before we copy it, let's lock it up on the layers. We'll lock it up and we'll copy it again. We'll copy it again and we'll relative it to the center as well. We'll relative it to the center. Now for this third one, the first thing we have to do here is to remove the stroke, because this third one won't be having a stroke. This third one won't be having a stroke. We off the stroke, and this is the only thing we have. We'll remove the stroke and we'll change the color. Although the color is already here on the Pixellab. The color is the color we use on the first text effect. That's the color, but I'll call the color codes again. This is the color here. The color we use on the first text effect. But let me call the color codes again. For the down part we have C7A900, and for the up part we have FFD-C14. That's what we have for the up part, and this is okay. This color is nice, so we just have to relate it to the center for it to balance well. Okay, this is okay. Now we'll go back to the shadow to change the shadow, because the shadow of this one is now different. So we'll go to the shadow to make it look more better. Now I told you that shadow makes it to have more realistic look and look more nice. Now the shadow color is the same shadow color that we used on the previous one. Let me call the shadow colors again. 1C3400, that's the shadow color. 1C3400, that's the shadow color, and we'll change the blur reduce to 0. And we'll still use the same X. Our X as 1 and our Y as 3. This is nice. So we can go to the core and we still lock it, and before we copy it. Now it is on this third one that we made it look like a pop-up. Now let's copy this one and place it. Let's relate it to the center so that you understand how this one. Now pay attention to this third one. Now in this third one, the first thing that we did is remove the color. We removed the color. The color of the text was totally removed. So we changed the color. For you to remove color, you change it to color. You change it to color, not gradient, and you tap on any color. Now when you tap on any color, you tap on this plus button, and you make the color. Are you seeing what I did? You remove the opacity of the color. That's the first thing you do. Now this color has become invisible. The color here is now an invisible color. So we relate it to the center before we start placing other things. Now the first thing we'll do here is we'll change the shadow. We'll change the shadow color. To let me type in the shadow color, because the shadow color of this one is different. Now we use the pencil tool to type in the shadow color. We remove the one that is already here. The shadow color for this one is 213C. Remember capital letters for colors, C00. 213C00, and this is our shadow color for this one on top. Now we have typed in the shadow color. We change the opacity, reduce the opacity to 60. Now 60 is okay. And the blur reduce, we change the blur reduce to 4. The blur reduce to 4, and the X, we'll take the X to 5. And the Y to 10. Now if you're asking your mind, it's not making an effect. Now for you to make this thing look like more of a pop-up, we'll still come back to the shadow, but I just want to show you something. For you to make it look like a pop-up, you have to use your inner shadow. Now the color we used on our inner shadow, let me type in the color code for the inner shadow, then I'll go back to the before I type in the color for the inner shadow, let me off my shadow first. I'll still take it again so that you understand better how this thing was made. So let's go to our inner shadow first. We're on the inner shadow. We type in our color code for the inner shadow. Color code for the inner shadow is FFE504. FFE504, and this is the color for the inner shadow. We change our blur radius to 6. We make our blur radius 6 and our X 4. We take our X to 4. And our Y to 6. Now it's looking more like a pop-up, right? Yes, it's looking more like a pop-up. But for you to make it to look more realistic, we go to our shadow. Now when you off this shadow, it will look like a pop-up, but when it's on, you see it looks like a pop-up. Now assuming my shadow has not been made, okay. Assuming I don't have a shadow yet, okay. Let's just off this shadow. Now if you look, you won't be able to see that pop-up. But when you unback the shadow, let's take the shadow again. The shadow color for this particular fourth layer is 213C00. That's the shadow color. 213C00. I will tap on the shadow color. I will place the opacity to 60. The radius is 4, and the X offset is 5, and the Y offset is 10. Now when you look at it, it looks nice and it looks very great. What do you think, guys? Now you can still use you can still tap on the layers to place them very well. Okay, let me just place them very well. Let me make these ones invisible so I can place them all very well. I'll lock them so I can place them all very well. And this one is okay. Tap on this one and place it well. I'll use a relative tool. Okay, I'll use a relative tool to relative it to the center. Use a relative tool to relative to the center. Now the one behind, the one down is not relative to the center. You also use a relative tool to place it to the center. And you tap on the one on top. The one on top, you also relative it to the center. You place them well until they are all looking okay. Now if you can't use your relative tool well, you can still use your position tool. Use the position tool to place them until they are well placed. Now this is okay. This is okay. I will lock it. I will make the other one visible. I will also use our relative tool to place it to the center. I use our position tool to place it well. Now this is our position tool, and we take it well. I think this is okay now. So this is okay. So we'll lock this one. I will bring the last one. We'll bring in the last one. Bring in the last one. So we have to relative it. We just have to stretch it a little. We stretch it a little and we relative it to the center. Let's relative it to the center. So we use our position tool to take it to where we want it to be. Use our position tool to take it to where we want it to be. Bring it a little bit down. And I think this is okay. A little bit down. Left. You just have to place it until it's well placed. Because if it's not well placed, it won't look nice. It won't look nice. So now we have something nice here, and this is okay. And this is okay, and we'll lock it up. We'll lock it up. And this is nice. So guys, this is your banana text effect. And you notice that it was a simple text effect. You can use it for your designs. You can use it. You just have to. Most times, these text effects are 100% editable in the sense that you can go and change the color. You can go and change the you can go and change the font. You can change the color. You can change anything you want to change on the text effect. It will still make it look okay. Anything you want to change on the text effect, it will still make it okay. Let's just change the font on this one. For your text effect, assuming you need text effect, I will drop our shop link on the description. Just check the description. You will see our shop link there. Okay, let's check another. Let's use Bestinka font. Now we use Bestinka font to change all of them to see what it's going to give us. Use our Bestinka font to change it. We change them all to Bestinka. Bestinka is a font here on my Pixellab. Although it's a downloaded font, you can go check it out and get it. If you need it, you can still chat me up on my WhatsApp. I'll drop my WhatsApp link. I'll drop my WhatsApp link on the description, on the description, but on the description link, you go there, you see my WhatsApp link. So what we have to do now is we mark all of them. And touch on this place that has the pencil and the phone shape. And we just use this place that has the left and right to increase the size. We increase the size. The size is too much. I think this is okay. Or we leave it as one. We leave it here. This is okay. So what we still have to do, we still mark all of them at once. When we mark all of them at once, we still have the same place. After the delete tool, the next one, you tap on it and use the relative position tool to relative them all at the same time to the center. And this is okay. So you see that you can still change the font and it will still look nice because these are 100% editable. Now if you need text effect, editable text effect, the shop link is on the description button. You can go get it. Or if you want to chat me up for anything, my WhatsApp link is on the description button as well. You can get me there and reach out to me. Now thank you guys, and let's keep designing. Now let's keep designing and keep improving on our design. If you have any other place you can watch tutorials, I just leave with you to watch tutorials. Learn, keep learning, because learning never ends. The more you learn, the more you expertise on it, and the more you expertise, the more good you become. And when you become too good, people won't intimidate you with their design. So you just have to look at the design and know that truly you can replicate this design, and it won't look like a big deal to you. And another thing, never look down on yourself. Now please, let's like, let's comment, and let's share this video so that others can see it. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do well to subscribe.